and welcome back to Confessions of a Game Girl podcast, COAGG Conversations. Today we are joined by Luzie and Clara from Mucks Games. Welcome to COAGG.
Hi, so happy to be here.
Luzie and Clara are actually German game developers, which is very exciting. We haven't had any German game devs on the podcast before, so this is really, really cool. I don't know, is it early for you or late? I can't remember.
It's 10 a.m. in the morning.
It's fine.
10 a.m.
We're
Okay,
fresh.
we're good. We're fresh, had coffee, excellent.
Yeah.
Good to see. So for everyone who is listening and watching, could you please tell everyone who you are and what you do at Mucks Games?
I'm Luzie. I'm the director from our recent game, Frieda is Changing. I do the artwork also, and I wrote the story. Yes, so
Yeah, I'm
Excellent.
Clara, and I directed our first game, The Bear Story from Our World of Gra, and I'm doing the tech, so the programming for Frieda is Changing at the moment.
Amazing. So it's just you two, is that right?
no, it's also Julius. He's sitting across from us at the moment.
Oh, okay. He's cameraman. That's okay.
Yes, work.
Lovely.
He's
Lovely. So
We are a
producer.
game studio, so Julius has to work. No.
No, he's not allowed on the podcast, so because I only have women on here. So sorry.
Yes, exactly.
Sorry. No, that's wonderful. So just the three of you developing this game. What is game development like in Germany?
Oh, so we're a really small indie studio. So we are, of course, still based on a lot of funding. So there's wonderful creative funding also in Germany that especially pushes small studios and small projects, especially first project, or for us, our second project, where a studio hasn't grown to be really big and can support themselves just of the sales. So I think that's really cool, and there's a great startup scene also for indie studios. Yeah.
Well, that's excellent. What got you both started in game development?
We studied at the same place at a film academy. We met there, and we liked the projects we were doing for our diploma. And then we became friends, the three of us, and we thought we don't want to work at some place after we finish, and we want to make our own projects if that's possible in any way. And then we just went for it.
Amazing. Did you originally, previously I've had conversations with people who have developed games with people from their school. Was it a project that you brought from school and then you brought it into the real world?
Yeah, both the games. The first game we released, the bear, was Frieda's. We're calling each other Frieda all of the time because
it's always around. Yes.
It was Clara's diploma project, the bear. And where was I going with this?
Yeah, exactly. And Frieda is Changing was also Luzie's diploma project. Okay. The bear was basically completely done at the end of our project. So we said, hey, we need to bring this out into the world. And then we've been working on Frieda is Changing as a studio.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Is this career your first career, or did you move from something else?
I am also a graphic designer. I studied graphic design at an art academy before that, and then I was like, I don't really wanna do graphic design. So I had this workshop at the art academy for games, and then I was hooked. And
Amazing. And Clara, what about yourself?
Yeah, same for me. So I think we also every one of us went through different creative phases in our lives. I also did some illustration work, and then I did web and app development and stuff, and it all culminates and comes together in game development, where we get to do all of these things all at once.
Definitely. A lot of other conversations I've had with other women in game development, they have come from other fields, whether it is from, more like 3D design or film and television or, many, many other areas. And then they've kind of been, okay, I'll jump on this, this project with people, or, I'll give this a try, or like you guys, some people have come and you've seen how your skills can translate to game design, and then here you are making your own game. No, that's very cool. Um, with your class and obviously in Germany in general, what is I guess, is there any kind of stereotyping in regards to being a woman in this field? Do you feel any different, or do you feel any, I guess, pressure?
Well, there aren't many women, but I don't know. When we studied, there were so many great people, and I mean, I don't really feel a pressure, because I never worked at a big company that makes games. So I can't really relate, but I know that there are bigger problems than ours with women.
Oh, sure. But did you ever feel like out of place because you are a woman in games?
I mean, absolutely, it does happen. That we know studios and people who work in places that are very male focused, where they're basically not women. And I mean, we are so lucky to be able to just like start our own thing and work the work environment that we want for ourselves. But it also takes a lot of courage, because there aren't as many role models that that we see all the time. But we've been to a lot of game conferences like Gamescom and DevCom and things like that. And every time there's a woman on stage who presents like their work, and especially if they're a founder, it really inspires me. I think if there weren't these women that I would have seen during my studies too, I don't think I would have had the courage to actually found a studio.
Yeah, that's a good point. We are at a lot of events that where we meet indie studios, and there are actually a lot of women and that is very inspiring. Yeah. That is, I guess it's a huge privilege that we have. Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely agree with you. The events and conventions that I've been to, there are a lot of women in indie game development, whether they are in, they're in partnership with other men or other women. There is just a lot of them, which is really, really exciting to see. And I hope that they continue to be in that area and being role models for other women up and coming. I guess, like what Clara was saying, it's just nice to see.
Absolutely.
So what has been the highlight for you so far for your game development so far?
So our first game, it came out in 2024, and we actually won a German computer game award for that. That was really big.
Congratulations.
And we also were Apple Design Awards finalists, and they flew us out to California. So that was really amazing, which was really exciting. And now I guess with Frieda is changing. It's just we've been working so hard on it. So really not reaping out the awards yet. But we're really excited, I guess, now for the Kickstarter.
Yeah, true. And I mean, my highlight is always working on the game, seeing it come together. That is actually the biggest highlight for me.
I think one of my biggest highlights also Frieda's changing is when we try out new things and test it for the first time with playtesters, and realize that the emotions and we want to create and the story you want to come across. Yeah, that's always a really, really big.
True.
Yeah, I think Frieda is changing. I think this genre and I guess the themes in it are really going to resonate with lots of different people, and I think especially women, because this story is, I mean, this Frieda's looking for her sister. Is that right?
Yeah. So yeah, Frieda is looking for her sister, and she's very angry all of a sudden. It's her 13th birthday in the beginning of the game, and she it's like this almost supernatural anger is coming over her, and yeah, and she finds out pretty soon that it is supernatural because she's slowly transforming into a werewolf with the waxing moon. And yeah, and she has to find out until the next full moon what happened to her sister, so that she won't have the ultimate transformation, be a werewolf, whatever. Yes.
I see. There you go. I think werewolves in games, especially female werewolves, are really, really interesting. So it'll be great to see that, and I can see do you see any parallels between obviously she's 13, it's like puberty time, do you feel like there's any kind of crossover story-wise in regards to that?
Yeah, it is. I mean, it's also inspired from my personal experience that I was very angry when I was that age, and I didn't really know where that was coming from. But now I know that I was angry about how suddenly, when I changed in puberty, how I was viewed by the world around me in a very different way. How you have this first harassment things coming to you, and so, and even when I was coming up with the idea for Frieda, I was very angry, and I started drawing this angry girl, and I wanted to tell something about her, and yeah, so this is like a reflection on how you feel as a girl becoming a woman in a patriarchal system.
Yeah, that's exactly right. I think there are not, well, I can't even think of any video games that depict puberty for women. So this might be a first.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, true. I can't think of any. I mean, maybe the direction of maybe Kill Monday games like Little Misfortune, or there are like issues of girls that are more dark, but not really the puberty thing. Yeah.
No, I think it's really, really cool. I'm very, very down with this because, growing up, I didn't play any games that were like that. Like I guess the games that were marketed to me were around, I guess, like Barbie and maybe like singing games.
Yeah.
I think that those were the girl games, like dress up games,
True. I also played a lot Barbie with horses, the thing. Yeah.
Horses. Yeah, that's it. I actually I'm doing some, well, this is something a little bit about what I'm doing. I was doing some research about how the development of games marketing, and there's this Barbie fashion designer game, and it was on the PC, and you could buy a special fabric printer, so it would print the patterns onto cloth for you. And then you could do your design for your Barbie in the game, and then you could print it out and sew it together onto your actual Barbie. And that game actually outsold Doom, the first one.
What? That's crazy.
Yeah. Yes. So a little anecdote.
Yeah, I also had a Barbie fashion designer game, but I think it was a different one because it was like you could
there's been a
dress
few, yeah.
Barbie in different outfits, and then you could have like this runway with her, and it took forever to load the runway because it was like 1, 2, and then there was this huge numbers, and it was like Barbie shoes that built that number, and it took forever. And then it was Barbie walking up and down the runway.
Hey,
Yeah,
there's no
great game.
procedural generation, for this Barbie. It's like it's gotta think about it. No, we've definitely come a long way, and I really hope that if there are any girls that do play this game, they might see a little bit more of a more relevant story to what they're going through, perhaps. So yeah,
Yeah.
it's really, really exciting. I know you guys are using a Kickstarter this time for your game. Well, I don't know if you used it for the previous one, did you?
No, we didn't, since the first game was basically created during our studies, so it was
Okay, so it was mostly
really
done
split.
already. Yeah.
Totally.
So what made you decide to use a Kickstarter?
So it's a little bit difficult at the moment to get publishers on board. I think everyone knows that at the moment, that they're very risk averse, and especially small studios that don't have like a big history of massive games that they've brought out. So obviously we need funding to make games. It takes money, it takes time, and
Yeah.
we do have some great like creative funding, but it doesn't quite it won't let us finish the game completely. And
I see.
that we've like talked to some publishers and things, but we realized also for us that like Kickstarter is such an amazing platform for games that might not be like published by a classic publisher, because they are a little bit different, because they are made by people, by new independent voices,
Yeah. Like you say, risk averse. They don't,
Yeah.
you don't. In some cases, it might be the first one. You don't have a proof of concept, all that kind of stuff. So
Yeah, and also what's interesting, when we were in a phase where we were thinking about publishers, we went to DevCom, and there was like every second talk was about how you should not work with a publisher.
Oh,
Yeah, so it was
really?
pretty interesting.
Yeah.
For especially if you are an indie developer, because there are pretty bad deals you could
Yeah.
make.
Because they are so
Oh,
diverse that they wait until the game has already a big audience, a big community, and is basically done. That's when they would get on board. And at that point,
right.
why not just like finish it yourself?
Yeah.
And
That's
not give up your mind?
wow.
Yeah, and they said a good publisher is also a publisher who's with you from the beginning and supports your game in every way, is always by your side, and that is not very often the case. Yeah.
Wow. Well, I suppose, some games, the time gets blown out, right?
Yeah.
Like sometimes the game takes many years to develop, and perhaps, they're in it for a short time, not a long time, which is very unfortunate. But I guess you're right. You really do have to have someone who is there from the very beginning, who is as invested as you are in the game and
Yeah.
loves it as much as you.
And that's
Yeah,
what
I
we
mean,
wanted.
that's really sad.
Yeah, that's what we wanted. And if it's that difficult to get it, then why not Kickstarter?
Because
Yeah.
it like turns out that the players are those people. They
Yeah,
are invested and they love the game and they support us.
Yes.
Yeah, good
That's
point.
it. That's it. So if you're listening now, the Kickstarter would have started already. And I'll have that link in the caption and in the bio so that everyone can see where that is. I'll be sharing that so that everyone can go and assist these lovely ladies making this lovely game. Why not? Why not? Is there anything about the Kickstarter process that was particularly difficult? Like, let's say I made a game, like what would like be your tips?
Figuring out the kind of rewards we want to have
Okay.
was definitely a huge part, and we talked a lot with I contacted like the director from what is called Hapromania. Do you know that this Alice in Wonderland? Yeah, and she was like, don't do physical rewards. Don't do it.
Oh, but I
Yeah.
want one of those crocheted vests that says Muck Games on it.
Well, we have a sweater, a Frieda sweater. This is like the only.
Okay.
And the highest tier gets a
Okay. You'll have to make another one.
Yeah, but you basically would have to become a post office And our screen got dark for a second. Yeah, but yeah, and
Okay,
it
so
would
physical, except for maybe a knitted sweatshirt. That's
yeah.
We do have early bird deals for
Oh, true.
postcards and stickers, but those are exclusive early bird deals.
okay. All right. So all the physical stuff is limited run, and it's those lovely things behind you. And then what are some of the other things that you're going to be giving in the tiers?
So obviously you can be part of the game. Your name can be put, for example, in the police archives, and you can decide what crime you did.
Oh,
We
okay.
also have a couple of tombstones where your name could be on there. And also Luzie is going to also illustrate portraits. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
okay.
yeah, and there's also a cat that you meet at some parts in the game, and you have conversations with the cat, and you can name it. That's also a reward. You can choose a name that you can pick them in the game.
This is lovely. This is perfect. I think the advice that you got about this, I would much rather have like a part in the game. Like I would, I would feel more invested in it
Yeah.
if I was actually a part of the game rather than, having a, piece of stuff for
Yeah,
the
I think
game.
so too. Then you are forever part of it. And
That's so cool. And it's low effort on your end as well. So that's fantastic. Any other things?
As like rewards, of course, that we do the classic, like you get posters and screensavers,
Yeah.
an art book.
Cool.
The soundtrack, we have a wonderful composer, Clemens Gutjahr, who has a special composed soundtrack for Frieda.
Oh, beautiful. Yeah.
Pretty nice.
Excellent.
Pretty nice
Proud of it.
All right. So you've got that nailed down. What else? What other tips or what other things is there to consider before entering into a Kickstarter as a game developer?
Your community.
Yeah.
You have to have some people on board before that, because if no one can follow your Kickstarter, it's not doable actually.
And at the time, like we've talked to lots and lots of people, and everyone was like, you need at least 3 months ahead of it, and in the month before, you're basically going to do nothing else. We knew that we can't just like stop game development completely and like concentrate on the Kickstarter. We need to continue doing games. So it was a lot of also like project planning, time planning. When do we do what kind of social media are we going to do, and things like that. But you need time to like build up also the follower count on your Kickstarter page. And it's a lot of work.
Yeah, and do your research. What really has to be on your Kickstarter site page? What do you just figure it out, because there's no one really there to tell you.
Yes, yeah. I think that's very daunting to be like, okay, no one's going to hold your hand. You're going to do this all yourself. You have to convince people that this is a very good game, worthy of investment. You need people to love it. You need to, work the social media algorithm in order for this success. It's so much pressure. And the fact of the matter is you went to school for game development, not advertising.
Yeah.
And also because of that, your stakes shouldn't be too high. Like your career should not depend on if this Kickstarter will work or not. Yes, that is good advice.
Yeah, definitely. I think that would just make it a negative experience, for the Kickstarter for sure. So what's the can I ask what the goal is?
It's 15K.
Okay.
So it's not that high. Yeah.
But obviously stretch goals and things like that. Like at the moment, lots of people say rather keep your main goal a little bit lower, and then use the stretch goal to enhance also the quality of the game, bring more content into it, and things like that.
Definitely. Okay, well, I'm pretty hopeful, ladies, I will say. Like hearing this, hearing the goal, hearing your ideas, seeing, how well your social media is going so far. I mean, I'm definitely hopeful.
It's nice
We are
to hear.
too.
Yeah.
And hopefully you both coming on here will assist with that. So
Yeah.
yeah, I have a lot of followers that love indie games. So
Great.
I mean, in Australia, we're very supportive of it. So yeah, why not?
Yeah.
Luzie and Clara, thank you so much for being here. Is there anything else you'd like to say before we end the show today?
I guess it's already been said. Support our Kickstarter, please.
Wishlist the game on
Yeah,
Steam.
yeah.
That costs nothing and helps us so much.
Yeah, that's it. All right. All of those links will be down below for everyone listening and watching. So definitely click those links. Wishlist. Firstly, wishlist is free, so you can just do that right now. And then also, if you're interested in signing up for the Kickstarter, the link will be there as well. Once again, thank you so much, ladies, and
Thank you.
thank you to all of our listeners and watchers, and we'll see you next time for another episode of COAGG Conversations. Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.